my channel for his stimulus package and stimulus check update. And we're going to go over a little bit about where the bill got stopped in its tracks at Congress today. So let's go over the article and see what it says. How about that? First of all, you don't got mine, guys. If we can reach 1,500 subscribers, we're at I think 1,006 right now. If we can reach 1,500 within the next 3 weeks, I'll give away $50 to each person. But I don't know exactly how we'll do it yet. I want to do it for 5 people, $50 a person. For the people that, somebody out there needs a meal, or maybe to pay a bill for somebody that's having hard times during these hard times that we're having. So we'll do $50 a day. I don't want to do it to one person because that wouldn't be fair. So we'll do it to one person a day or one person a week. We'll see. You leave it in the comments below. But we'll see how that works. But anyways, I'm going to read this. This is where the coronavirus aid bill blocked in Senate as prospects dim for new relief. So let's go over this and let's see what we got. But again, subscribe, give me a big thumbs up, and share the videos, guys. Give me that big thumbs up, really helps, because that YouTube share the videos. And like I always say, I'm not no professional by means. I just get the latest news straight from the source, and I just read it back to you all, and maybe go over a few things. Maybe it helps, maybe it don't, but I'm trying. Let's see what we got. Now, the Senate Democrats, excuse me guys, the Senate Democrats scuttled a scaled back GOP coronavirus rescue package on Thursday. Now, as the parties argued to a standstill over the size and scope of the aid, likely ending in hopes for coronavirus relief before the November election. Now, mostly the party line vote capped weeks of wrangling that gave way to election season political comeback and name-calling over a filth relief bill that all sides say they want but are unable to deliver. The bipartisan spirit that powered earlier aid measures is all but gone. It's a shame that our leaders lets the American people down. It's like they've been doing. It's a shame. They get in there and they fight back and forth with one another, because one don't get what they want and the other don't get what they want, so they can't come to an agreement to pass a bill to help the American people that's suffering. But they're not suffering. They're rich. They got what they want. What do they care? Democrats said the measure shortchanged too many pressing needs. Republicans argued it was targeted to areas of widespread argument, but the 52-47 vote fell well short of what was needed to overcome a filibuster. All the present Democrats opposed it, while conservative Rand Paul, Republican Kentucky, cast the only GOP nay vote. The Democratic vice presidential nominee, Kamala Harris, was campaigning in Miami and missed the vote. It's a short of a dead-end street and very unfortunate, said Senator Pat Roberts, Republican Kansas, but it was but it is what it is. Now, the $650 I'm sorry, not the $650 billion measure is significantly smaller than legislation promoted by Republican leaders this summer. But that version was too big for most conservatives, so the GOP bill was instead stripped back to focus on school aid, jobless benefits, and to help for small businesses. That maximized Republican support, even as it alienated Democrats who say such a piecemeal approach would leave out far too many people, vulnerable people. Now, the result was a predictable impasse and partisan tilt for a tat as the congressional session limps into its pre-election close. Now, now they got this as what they're saying is they drove a passage of the $2 trillion landmark CARES Act in March. Now has dissipated as the nation powers through the pandemic with partial reopenings of the businesses and schools, though the economy lags and the virus continues to badly disrupt life in the U.S. You know, it's one thing that politicians, they care more about winning, just like right now, you know, of course, elections around the corner, but they know that we're suffering, the American people are suffering, and they need aid, they need help, they need this money. But all they care about is winning the election, and the ones that ain't running or is retiring or not up for re-election, that's why they don't care. That's why nothing's getting done. And again, they're scumbags, every one of them, scumbags. It's becoming plain that all Congress would do before the November 3rd election is pass legislation to avert a government shutdown. The outcome of the election promises to have an outsized impact on what might be possible in a lame duck session, with Democrats sure to press for a better deal if Democrat Joe Biden unseats President Donald Trump. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer predicted that Thursday's GOP defeat would promote Majority Leader Mitch McConnell back to the negotiating table, as an earlier filibuster in March helped make the $2 trillion research bill more generous. But Thursday's bill is not going to happen because it is so economic impacted, so filled with poison pills, so partisanly designed, Schumer said. Now, money for $300 unemployment, boost to run out after 6 weeks with no extension in sight. Now, McConnell crafted the measure to permit his GOP colleagues to go on record in favor of popular provisions such as another round of paycheck protection, help for smaller businesses, help for schools to reopen, and supplemental jobless benefits. He again blasted Democrats on Thursday, saying they are still pushing a liberal wish list and are willing to scuttle provisions with widespread backing to deny Trump a victory. Today, every senator will either say they want to send families the relief we can agree, or they can send families nothing, McConnell said. There's no indication yet that bipartisan talks that crumbled last month will restart. top lawmakers and aides offered glum assurances both publicly and privately. Veteran Iowa Republican Chuck Grassley said, "It's sad there will be no virus aid deal," though he also said the outlook for the economy may not be as bleak as he once thought. If you'd asked me 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'd say very, very negative, Grassley said, but with the job market improving and the whole world kind of getting out of the pandemic depression wherein, Grassley said, there's a lot less of an impact than I would have thought 2 weeks ago. The stallment is politically risky for all sides heading into the fall election, and both sides accused the other of acting primarily with political calculations in mind. Democrats said GOP senators need to check a box and vote on any kind of relief bill before exiting Washington to campaign, while Republicans said Democrats were intent in denying Republicans a political win. It's a shame. Back and forth. I'll say it again and again and again. I do not care. They are scumbags, and they also like little infant babies with crappy diapers, yakking back and forth from one another. No, give me this. No, give me this. Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. That's what they're doing. They left the American people out here to hang, to dry, to die. They don't care. I mean, it's just as good. They're just as good as just looking the American people in the face and saying, okay, we come here today, we're supposed to vote on a bill. All they do is really, they're supposed to be voting on a bill for you all, but yet they're in there just trying to get what they want. It's all about what they want. You know, okay. Now, a lot of times what holds something up is, for instance, Nancy Pelosi holds something up. I'm just saying this for an example. Say if she holds something up, it might be somebody paying her big money to hold it up. Or it might be the other side paying somebody big money to hold that side up. Keep from passing it, or raising the price, or lowering the price, or whatever it may be. You get my point? It's a game. It's the bigger people than them. Only these politicians, they get way more, that right there, than their paychecks ever was, by on the side by doing favors for the bigger people. It's always been that way. Now, what is overwhelming importance to Democrats is keeping coronavirus alive as a political issue, said Senator John Thune. They'd rather have no bill, zero funding, and a political weapon than have a bill and allow Republicans to say that we helped Americans. Now, all that's left, barring a breakthrough that looks unlikely now, is to pass a government-wide short-term spending measure that would avert a shutdown a month in and set up a election lame duck session to deal with any unfinished Capitol Hill legislation, which could include coronavirus relief. The scaled-back GOP virus plan is roughly 1/7 the size of a whopping Democratic package that passed the House in May, and about 1/4 of the $2.2 trillion set by Pelosi last month. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin mentioned in a $1.5 trillion figure in testimony last week. Now, the failed measure would have provided $105 billion to help schools reopen, created a scaled-back $300 per week supplemental jobless benefit, and devoted $258 billion for a second round of paycheck protection, subsides for smaller businesses. Lesser amounts would have furthered vaccine research and development and funded the Postal Service, farmers, and child care. It did not contain a new round of $1,200 direct payments to Americans, and the new $300 weekly jobless benefit would expire just after Christmas on December the 27th. The GOP bill also lacked money for election costs that lawmakers from both parties have supported to accommodate a huge influx of mail-in ballots. Officials estimate of the measure's costs were unavailable, but a GOP legislative aide said the cost is about $650 billion, with about half of the price tag offset by re-proposing prior COVID funds. Now you all tell me what you think, and you can say what you want to. You can tell me what you think about it. I want you to tell me what you think about the scumbags. That's all. They're nothing more than that. It's I don't know, guys. I'm not listening. We'll get through this, okay? And this is what I'm thinking that's going to happen. And listen real good. There's that $300 billion laying there in an account, and Trump can use that. He don't have to have Congress or the Senate. He don't have to have none of those to approve it. It don't have to be a bill or nothing like that. He can send it. He's got the power to send it. He can do it. So, I'm thinking, okay, this is the 9th month, 11th day. Now listen, I'm thinking in the next 2 to 3 weeks, it'll be sent out, and then you should receive it within probably a week and a half, give or take. All depends. It depends on if you got direct deposit or you'll be getting it by check. If you get it by check, if you get a check in the mail, every how you get paid, but that'll be the way you get it. Every how you got it the first time, be the way you get it this time. But you wait and see. See if I'm not right. I'm thinking, I'm just about sure I'm right. Election's around the corner, and he's thinking, okay, this money's on the side. This has been his plan the whole time. This has been Donald Trump's plan the whole time. I'll use this money, I'll send it out direct payments to the people, and this'll win them over, and this'll get me the votes I need to win. He's hurt himself by saying stupid remarks about the military and one thing to another. And you all know that. If you watch TV or listen to anything that's been going on, you know. But he's hurt himself bad. Maybe there's a purpose for him doing that. I don't know. Now, he's dumb in ways. Don't get me wrong, but he's very smart too. But watch and see if I ain't right. You'll use that money, you'll send it out right before election time, you'll have it out to the people, and he'll try to win the people over. And I don't think he's going to win, but that will change some people's mind, and a lot of people is going to take it and say, well, you know, and he knows that, but he knows people's going to take it regardless and still vote against him. But some people, it's going to change their minds. You know, let's see if I'm not right. We'll see. We'll wait and see. But something still could change anytime far as in Washington, in Congress. I mean, every day, it's day and night, everything changes. So let's wait and see. But guys, like I said, hit that subscribe button, give me a big thumbs up, share the videos, and until next time, peace out.